Greetings and welcome to Let's Play My Channel Logo. So my last video actually did quite well. I got a lot of comments, a lot of questions. Well, not really questions, but one question. Anyways, doesn't matter. Today I wanted to talk about the so-called keto flu, or I like to call it the carb cold turkey. And some other things. When you switch, especially for the first time, to a low carb diet, you may get symptoms like that feel like you're getting ill, like you get a flu. You get not really a stuffy nose, but you feel weak, energy. You lack energy. Everything is hurting. You get a headache, stuff like that. That is because first of all, you are addicted to carbs, usually, and you take a car engine, for example. You are literally whipping the engine out, a petrol engine out, and you're replacing it with, I don't know, green energy or something, or solar, or I don't know. You're changing how your body gets its energy. And that is a pretty huge change. So yeah, it has a little bit of side effects at first. It will go away and you will feel a lot better afterwards. But that's kind of it. Some people call it the keto flu because it kind of has the same symptoms as a flu. I like to call it the carb withdrawal syndrome because, well, that's kind of what it is. Your body is used to carbs and suddenly he doesn't get them and he doesn't know first what to do. You can prevent this, or at least reduce it, by drinking a lot of water. You need salt, 2 tablespoons over the day, something like that. You can do the bulletproof coffee or titanium tea that I mentioned the last time. Tea, tablespoon butter, tablespoon coconut oil, some sweetener, whatever you want. I will go into detail with sweetener later. And stir this up. That helps. Eat. You need to eat a lot to get happy and to fill your body with fat. And so it's like, hey, there was this ketogenic thing, you know. Maybe I should switch it over. It usually happens. Oh yes, and it may happen that you get really hard depressions because sugar kinda kicks in your dopamine, and with the lack of it, well, that it's kinda out. So yeah, it may happen for 2 days. Usually 1-2 days. I never had it longer. It may happen almost immediately. Well, not immediately. Like, oh, I ate some cheese. Oh, I feel bad. Usually after 1 day or so, and it will go away and you will feel a lot better afterwards. I can guarantee you that. So that's a little warning to this. I got asked, I have a question for you from Brian Easterling. What does a serious lover of sweets do to curb cravings on the ketogenic diet? Okay, there are a lot of different sweets you can actually do on a ketogenic diet. You just have to replace the sugar with stevia if you like it. There is some Zucker, at least in Germany, Zucker Light. It's written with an X instead of a Z. That has no carbs and is natural. I personally still used aspartame, which is an artificial sweetener. I had no problems at all with it. And I read a lot into it. And so far in 50 years of study, they haven't found any cancer creating things in it or anything that's bad for your health. I still want to cut it out because I want to get rid of this whole sweet taste out of my life. Like, gone. I also have to say, you will stop having these carb cravings. Usually after a week up to a month. That's why the Keto Evangelist said in one of the podcasts, you start a ketogenic diet, and after 21 days you check, do I still want carbs? If yes, you do another 21 days of the ketogenic diet. And if you still crave carbs really, really bad, like you must eat something, then have a cheat meal. One meal. Because in 42 days you are fat adapted, which is also something I'll mention later. Or I can't go too much into detail because I haven't read too much into it. It's like there's ketosis. That is when your body burns the fat that you have. That's the ketone bodies and stuff like that. And then there's fat adapted. Fat adapted is if you're running 100% on fat. Like you can be not in ketosis for a short time and still be fat adapted. So if you're after 42 days you eat something with carbs in it, you may not be in ketosis for a few days or so, but you will still be fat adapted. That only goes away after a while. I like I said, I can't get too much into detail of it because I recently read about this. But I think that's why he suggests this. So one cheat meal, don't have a cheat day. When I usually did cheat days, and on these days I bought so many stuff I couldn't eat all of it. And then I had 2 cheat days. And then I was like, oh yeah, then it turned into a cheat week, cheat once, and so on and so forth. Have one meal, take one thing you really, really crave and eat it. Another thing you can do, you can eat is dark chocolate. This 70% to 90% chocolate stuff, if you like that. What I often ate was baking chocolate, which also has almost no carbs. It's usually a powder. You can make a bulletproof chocolate with it. Just pour hot water over it, coconut oil, butter, stir it up, done. A little bit of sweetener. That also helps. But like I said, I personally want to get rid of all this. It's kind of like if you want to stop smoking, but you still use these plasters or so, this nicotine stuff that you put on your skin. I don't want this. Personally, like I said, it is possible. A lot of people are doing fat bombs. I personally don't need this. I mean, like I said, I will just drink another bulletproof coffee. Fat bombs are also usually sweet, with peanuts or so, and mixed it up with some other things. There are plenty of stuff you can find on the. I'm pretty sure also on the Keto Evangelist website. Try to stay away from peanut butter, from what I've gathered. It's not that good for you. Yeah, like I said, sweeteners. I personally use aspartame. I have no problem with that. I read a lot into it, and there was nothing bad about it. And like I said, I want to get rid of it anyways, because I want to get rid of the sweet taste. I personally don't like stevia. It tastes like ass, in my opinion. I have this zucker, what I was talking about. Let me check if this is Zucker Light. Zucker. Erythrit. English. Zucker Premium Xylit. Something like that. Xylit. English. Yeah, xylitol. I think it's done from, I don't know, but it also has, I think it should have 0 carbs. It just has a sweet taste and it's natural. Then again, aspartame is also natural. It's not like it was created by magic or so. What else is there to say? Not really too much. I said a lot yesterday. Like I said, the keto flu is something that you have to take care of. You have to drink a lot during the ketogenic diet because your body is is not storing that much water anymore, so you should keep it hydrated. It also helps flushes out the ketones, so the body produces more of them that also grab more fat. Oh yeah, one big thing is alcohol. I also mentioned it, or I think I mentioned it yesterday. White wine is fine, and the high percentage stuff. What else is there to say? Not really much. Like I said, there is stuff you can do, and sweet stuff you can eat. Just be careful, of course. That's what I didn't like about this whole sweet recipes, because even though they were all low carb, they were not no carb. And if you have you make cookies, and instead of 80 gram of carbs, they have 2 gram of carbs. But still, if you eat 10 of those cookies, you are at your maximum amount for that day. And 10 cookies, well, depending on the size, of course, but 10 cookies, at least for me, was nothing. So, I just don't want this. That's why I'm not going to bake any more low-carb bread. Because still, it has carbs in it. Like 3 to 4 gram per slice. That is not much. 5 slices, you are at your 20 gram for that day. So you have to be careful with that. You have to be really careful for this. Just because it's low carb doesn't mean it's no carb. And 20 gram of carbs are pretty easily reached even with cream cheese and salami. So yeah, and cream cheese and salami are kind of more stuffing. At least for me. But yeah, that's stuff you will figure out. I also stopped, like I said, or like the last time I did this diet, I had this low-fat, low-carb pizza. It still is. It was really low carb. I could eat as much as possible from this, but I just stopped putting so much effort in it, because in the end I can just eat the ingredients themselves and have the same effect. Just because I can say, oh, it looks like pizza. I might as well eat cheese, salami, tuna, and cottage cheese. Or make some eggs, or I don't know. Like I said, I really reduced my cooking time with it, which is also good. I mean, I'm not wasting any more time. I still have a salami in my backpack from earlier, because I didn't eat it in the lunch break. And I'm going to eat this later. No, now. Most likely it's 7 p.m. for my time. And I'm going to eat this then. And that's it for today. Today I ate 2 packs of salami, a little bit of cottage cheese. Oh yes, we ordered the pizza delivery, and I ordered a tuna salad. So it was some green leaves, some tuna, and an egg. That's it. That was my whole meal today so far. 1 salami, 1 cottage cheese, and a little bit of green leaves with tuna. And I had to fight to get the salad in. I had to fight to eat a salad whole. Not because it wasn't tasty, but because I was full. That's what I love about the ketogenic diet. So yeah, that's that. Like I said, it is possible. I try my best to carry on doing it. Oh yeah, oh yes, the whoosh effect. The whoosh. I wish I had known about the whoosh effect 4 years ago, when I first did it, because I hit a plateau at 160 kilo. And I was devastated. Nothing that I tried worked. And I made the mistake of trying too many things. The whoosh effect is... You have to imagine this. Take a cell. Imagine a cell. Imagine a round circle shape. Okay? And there's fat in it. And you are on ketosis. So you are burning this fat. So this cell is out of fat. The whole fat in the cell is gone. But the body doesn't want to get rid of the cell yet, because it may need it. Because when you eat again, it may fill up again. If you eat carbs again, and your insulin level rises, and the body is able to store fat better again. He may need it. He may need it. So he fills the cell with water. Okay, you got it? So you may not see a difference on the scales, and you should also not check the scales at all, maybe once per month or so. So you may have lost, let's say, 5 pounds of fat, but the scales say the same. Why? Because all the fat cells, all these empty fat cells are being filled with water. Because the body wants to keep the cells. But after a few weeks, the body says, okay, I'm not going to fill these cells up anymore, because fuck it, this fucking asshole is not giving me any carbs. I can't produce insulin to store fat in there. I will get rid of all the water and the cells now. So you will you may lose like bam, 10 pounds or so over the course of one weekend, because you were just pissing like a fucking ox. And all the fat that you lost is now showing on the scales, like suddenly, like this whoosh effect, like your body whooshes out the water, and you lost all the weight that you haven't seen, but you did lose over the weeks. You understand? You get it? So that's the whoosh effect. So if you hit a plateau after a while, carry on doing what you're doing. You can't gain weight on a ketogenic diet because the body just can't store fat anymore as good. Don't overdo it. Don't go crazy. I started doing the anabolic diet, where I have carb days once per week, and I tried this and I tried that. What also helps is fasting, because when you fast, your body just gets rid of all the water that he has stored in all these cells, and then it carries on. So you can do an egg fast, where you just eat eggs and cream cheese for 3 days. You can do a fat fast, where you just eat fat for 3 days, up to 1,200 calories. So because this is usually the thing your body needs, like to survive at the minimum, and then he takes all the rest that he gets from the fat. And not to mention, if you don't supply your body with too much protein, he will get on your muscles, and you want to keep your muscles, which is another thing. The ketogen, you will have so much energy. At least I had. I feel at the moment. I'm really looking forward until the weather calms a little bit down, where I can actually go out. I want to go out because I have so much energy, and it just feels great. So on a ketogenic diet, stuff you can do, usually pushing weights, pulling weights, whatever, lifting weights. Get some dumbbells. You will thank me for that. Start slow. You don't have to overdo it. Get used to the ketogenic diet, and when you have your day in where you know, okay, I eat once, twice per day because I don't need anymore, and after the second time in the evening or in the morning, depending on where you can, you will lift some weights. It doesn't have to be a lot. Don't overdo it. Do it slowly but steadily. And you will build up muscles, and you will lose weight, and it will be awesome, and you will be happy. Okay. So yeah, that's kind of it. I talked about the keto flu. I mentioned some keto sweets, or it's possible to have sweets on a ketogenic diet. You shouldn't have sugar. I talked about the whoosh effect, what was really important for me, because like I said, if I had known about this 4 years ago, I may not have gone so mad when I had hit this plateau for a few days or weeks. And I would have just carried on. I would have just done an intermittent fasting where I didn't eat for a weekend. Just have some broth. Go to a supermarket, buy some chicken bones, make a broth out of this, and eat this for the whole weekend. You won't eat anything more. And that's the fasting, and you will lose weight, and you will be happy, and you will carry on. Okay? The ketogenic diet is not hard to do. You just have to get into your head that you stop needing certain things. I was always like, I want to eat warm, a hot meal once per day at least. And I couldn't do this in the office, and I came home and I didn't feel like cooking. And then I just ordered some pizza, or I bought something easy to do and just put it in the oven and stuff like that. You don't need it. You don't need a hot meal per day. After I got this in, I was just like, okay, I just eat convenience food, something that's easy to do, like a salami. I just open a pack of salamis and eat this. I found butter cheeses. My main problem with cheese is I love cheese, but only melted. I hate eating a slice of cheese. It's not my thing. I don't know why. Maybe it's the consistency or so, I can't tell you. But I love melted cheese. Give me melted cheese every day of the week, every time, and I will eat it. So I found butter cheese, which I can also eat, and just having it in the hand and eating it. I got a waglet grill. I don't know if you guys noticed those little stove thingies, where you not the stove thingies, but they look like a small shovels, and you put food on it, and then you put it into the raclette barbecue, and heat comes from above, and then it splits up. It's pretty good. You can melt your cheese with it. Like I said, my barbecue that I have, the electric barbecue, I just put it on, put some sausages on it. 10 minutes later, I'm eating sausages and I'm happy. And at work, I mean, you can buy pre-cooked eggs and just eat those with some mustard and some salami and have some cheese to it. You will be full, you will be happy, and you will lose weight. Okay? Okay. Anyways, this time. I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see each other soon. So take care and goodbye.